Well, good morning once again, and welcome to the Lehigh Gorge State Park, this time here in Carbon County, Pennsylvania. We're at the Rockport access to the state park, and I've never been here before. So this is usually a popular area for whitewater rafting. We're in this big parking lot. We came down this access road. I think there's probably more parking, and the gorge itself and the river is down that way. But like I said, I've never been here before. We're going to check it out. There's a few things I want to see. And I think it's just going to be more of a look around than an actual hike, but it should be interesting. So thanks for joining me. Let's go see what we see, and let's go hit that, check out Lehigh Gorge State Park. All right, guys, see you up ahead. So we're heading down this road that came through like a little village. We are heading into the Lehigh Gorge. I just showed you that this really beautiful mountain stream to my left here. It's really flowing well. We've had a lot of rain the last couple of weeks. It's going to be one of those days here in the end of December. Unseasonably warm, kind of like mixed sky cloud conditions, but like I said, I've never been here before. I really wanted to check this place out and see what we see. I already see something really interesting right here. So the tunnel behind me, as you can see, it appears to be about 100 feet long. It's about, I'd say, 10 feet high. 15 to 16 feet wide, and you can see daylight at the end there. It's pretty dry, so let's walk on through. I did bring a flashlight, so I'll go get that out now. According to my research, this tunnel was carved out by the Buck Mountain Coal Company in 1840 as part of a gravity railroad system that brought anthracite coal mined from the hills above down to waiting canal boats at river level. All right, we are now inside this small tunnel, and you can see right here, for example, looks like a place where maybe it was drilled for blasting this tunnel. And I didn't see anything saying we couldn't come in here. So we're going to check it out, but it's pretty neat. It's getting a little bit lower as we go. I'm having to crouch down a little bit, down to about 4.5 feet now. I've seen a couple channels recently do videos on gear they carry in their day pack. I'm eventually going to do one of those kinds of videos, but one thing I always carry is a flashlight, just for times when I want to poke my head into a dark area, and for things like this. This came in handy. This is perfect. We've come out the other end of that short tunnel, and looking down here is the continuation of the access road and that mountain stream, that rushing stream. And then out that way in the distance, you probably can't see it, but is the Lehigh River. So I think I can make my way down here, back down to that road. Okay, so we've made it back down to the little access road. We're now coming to the bottom of the gorge, and I just can't get over how much water is in that stream. So the Lehigh River itself is probably swollen, and these couple of waterfalls I want to check out. I'm sure they're going to look really awesome too. So looks like we're got some more great stuff ahead of us here. It's already been a good start. Thanks for joining me. I do appreciate you here for another adventure in scenic Pennsylvania. All right, now here's the parking lot at the bottom of that road, and looks like a decent sized parking lot. And we got a kiosk here. This is the rail trail, and even looks like a bathroom down there. So again, this is an area where people put in for their kayaks and their rafts. I think even outfitters will drop them off here, use that parking lot up there. So probably most people park down here, but look, we do have maps, so that's a good thing. You want to pick one of these up. Excellent Pennsylvania state park maps. There's one opened up. That's what it looks like. This is where we are, and let's check it out.
The Lehigh River is said to originate within the glacial bogs and marshes of Pocono Peak Lake and travels for 109 miles till its confluence with the Delaware in the city of Easton. The section of river within the Lehigh Gorge State Park was designated as a Pennsylvania Scenic River in 1982.
We're right here at river level, and this Lehigh Gorge is absolutely beautiful. This is one of the most underrated scenic attractions really in eastern Pennsylvania. I'm going to show you the spot where that tributary, and I'll have it named in the video. I don't know the name of it at the moment, but there's a little bridge here, and I'll show you where the tributary comes in. Well, it's just beautiful down here on the river level, and makes me want to get in a raft right now, although that water is, you know, way too cold. But that would be like really running a wild river, wouldn't it? Wow, it's really moving. Beautiful stuff. We're going to head southbound first and look for another waterfall coming off the mountain. So we're going to head southbound now on the rail trail towards Jim Thorpe. Now you can see how this is not really much of a hiking trail. It's really an excellent bike riding trail though. So this is known for a popular location for people to ride their bikes. Imagine how beautiful this is in the summer when all this rhododendron is blooming, and you got the river there off to the left. Now there should be a nice little waterfall called Luke's Falls just down the trail here. So that's what I want to go see. See if we can find this waterfall. It should be flowing really well, and then maybe we'll turn around and head north, because there's a couple things I want to check out up in the other direction. All right, so we found Luke's Falls. As you can see behind me, nice little waterfall shooting down the hillside. A narrow chute type of a falls. River directly behind me. I couldn't even hear it. Normally you would hear that from a long distance away, but because the river is so loud, I couldn't hear anything. But let's get a few shots of this really nice Pocono waterfall. Another one we can add to our list. That waterfall actually goes quite a bit. Ooh, ow, duh. That waterfall actually goes quite a bit higher than you would think. But in typical classic Pocono, nearly like jungle-like habitat, it would be extremely difficult to make your way up there, so I'm not going to try that one. Now, I'm not sure what this is right next to the waterfall, but I almost didn't even see it. But it's only about 20 feet south of the waterfall. It's this circular stone building. It looks like a castle. Wait till you see this. I really have no idea what this could be. It looks like the base of a tower, a stone tower. But there's a lot of history running through this area from the railroad and lumbering. So it could be railroad related, I'm thinking. But wow, it's really cool. I mean, what another, another great find already right off the trail. All right, we're back down at river level now at the base of Luke's Falls. So I'm gonna take a break here, sit by the river, get a drink, something, a little snack, and then we're gonna retrace our steps and head northbound to a couple more things I wanna check out. But nice waterfall, stone building. Again, I don't know what that is, but it's really neat looking. It's in good condition. And I'm thinking somehow like railroad related, but I'm not sure. So, I don't know.
I sat quietly by the water's edge and reflected on all the changes the river had seen here. From the deep and wild forests the Lenni Lenape would have known, through the hustle and bustle of the era of lumber, mining, and industrialization, and to the gradual return of the free and wild river we now know today. The history of Pennsylvania and its boundless natural beauty never ceased to amaze me.
So I mentioned a little earlier that there's not much in the way of like hiking trails in Lehigh Gorge State Park. It's the state park itself is basically just this narrow canyon that follows along the river. And a lot of what you see on either side is also state game land. But one trail that there is above us, up, well, I'm now heading northbound, back to where we started. Leaving Luke's Falls, but there is a trail up there called the Back Mountain Trail, and it runs for about 8 miles and makes a big loop, but it's supposed to have some nice viewpoints and even like an off-trail section where you can get some awesome like rock scrambles and views. So I am going to do that trail at some point, but other than that, there's not too much here in the way of the Lehigh Gorge State Park except for this, you know, this like old rail trail we're on, which is, you know, very beautiful, but better for bike riding than hiking.
Here again, we have another structure of uncertain origin, just on the north bank of Buck Mountain Run.
Well, yet another structure here. I don't really know what this is. Looks like it was the base of perhaps a bridge of some sort, or building of some kind. I don't really know, but so much to see here that's not really discussed or really people know about it, but it's kind of like a little bit of an off the radar spot. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but I mean, this really is like really steep and rugged little canyon here. I mean, almost sheer rock in places. If we were in a place that wasn't so heavily vegetated like Pennsylvania, you would see like, I mean, really impressive sheer rock walls here. Now, I was just down on the trail down there. I was looking up and observing the rugged cliffs above me, and I seen what looked like the faintest little footpath. And over time, as I've spent more and more time in the woods and in the state parks and places, I've learned to decipher things and just have an instinct that it may lead to something. And it looks like we have a little miniature cave here in the cliff face, so I'll show that to you now. You can see the value of having a flashlight with you when you come to take a look in places like this. Sometimes you might find like a geocache, or what would really be awesome would be to find like an old artifact. Imagine finding like an Indian artifact or something from the railroad era that somebody maybe spent the night in here for some reason, and you know, you never know. So I looked around and some of these little nooks and crannies, I didn't see anything, but this is a little spot that I'm not going to give the exact location, but if you're intrepid, you can find it just directly to the right of that larger opening. Now here's another opening. Now this has signs of human presence all the way in the back right corner. Your classic sign of human activity. Got a Busch beer can, and it looks like maybe somebody tried to have a fire in here, perhaps. This may even connect back to the left, as you could probably crawl through there if you were like a thin person, or you know, maybe I could have done that 20 years ago, not now, but so yeah, who knows how many different little crevices and holes can be found in this cliffside. Beautiful how the water drips down this mossy rock wall. You see that little fern there hanging on, even though we're almost in January. Now the sun's coming out and illuminating, showing all this beautiful green moss. It's the simple things sometimes, like that sound of the water just trickling down the rock. It's so peaceful. A friendly local gentleman was just telling me that those little cliffs, that rock face we were looking at, is popular with ice climbers in the wintertime. And as I was saying, no ice really, but another interesting fact that I didn't really know about. The water along the river, this section is very, very calm compared to how it was further downstream. But there's always places where you can just scramble down to the river and just sit there. I'm sure the fishing is excellent. You'll probably see bald eagles and other birds, kingfishers and things flying down the Riverway. Man, it's beautiful out here. I love it. We're now approaching Buttermilk Falls. Wow, this looks like it's going to be even better than Luke's Falls. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wait till you see Buttermilk Falls. It's a beauty. Oh my gosh. Wow. Check this out. So now you can see behind me, now we have Buttermilk Falls. And I'd say that's a good 35, 40 feet. There's even a section all the way at the top. I don't even think the camera's picking up. But it's a beautiful waterfall, a powerful waterfall. And the rock, parts of the rock have a reddish tinge to them. It's absolutely beautiful. Just a great spot with a couple picnic tables, an amazing waterfall, and maybe we can get down by the water one more time and enjoy the Lehi. But like, again, a perfect spot if you got like kids. I mean, it's a short walk. A third of a mile down to Luke's Falls, a third of a mile up to Buttermilk Falls. You have the mine, you have that old, whatever that building was, that circular stone building, a couple caves. I mean, it's just awesome. All right, so I walked about another quarter mile, third of a mile past Buttermilk Falls, and I found this little mini falls. Now, it only stands to reason with the topography of this area. We're in the Poconos. We know this area gets a lot of rain. We're at the base of a gorge. I have heard Lehigh Gorge called the deepest gorge within the coast, near the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know if that's true or not. I need to do more research on that. But there has to be dozens of little falls like that one all over the place, not even marked on the map. And this one, again, it continues up the hillside, but it's a small trickle like what we just saw. But there's more to it if you wanted to really follow it up. So I was hoping to catch another glimpse of like a bend in the gorge to get one more shot. But I think this is going to be it. Thanks for joining me. I do appreciate you. And this was a nice little adventure here in the Rockport access area of the Lehigh Gorge. There's so much here, and there's even more to be seen. We didn't even go that far. But if you enjoyed the video and you appreciate what I do, please hit that like button, leave a comment, ask a question, and be part of the community. So that's going to do it. And until I'm looking, and I think I see another little cave. Is that a cave? Maybe I'll go check that out. Another little cave. So much here. Thanks for joining me. And that's going to be it for this one. So until next time, I'll see you on the trail, Gator.